Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Festus campaign, where we are basically testing out how much different Festus plays in the Thrones of Decay expansion. So this is a vanilla campaign. However, just because it's vanilla doesn't mean that we're not playing it the usual way, which is to fight all the battles manually and not abuse the AI, things like that. Try to stay as thematic as possible. So really quick summary of where things stand. We very quickly, obviously you start out up here with Brass Keep. We very quickly took Middenheim. We've marched down. We've destroyed a couple of things. We turned Hochland into a vassal. We very briefly turned Middenland into a vassal, just because I thought it would be thematically kind of fun to have Boris Todbringer swearing fealty to us. What on earth? Oh, I never paid attention to this before. Okay, well that's, I guess, because I've never had the... Okay, anyway, I'll get to that in just a second. But anyway, so we've been fighting a war, kind of a running war with Reichland here. I just now noticed how bad my screen is tearing. Seems like the screen tearing has gotten a little bit worse for me. Anyway, a long-running war with Reichland, which they're not faring so well. We've kind of beaten them at every opportunity. Yeah, they're ranked 105th here. They've lost their capital, Altdorf. We have given that over to our vassal, Hochland. So Hochland really ought to love us right now. They probably don't because, you know, reasons. But, no, they hate us. But they're still our vassals, so, you know, tough cookies there, Hochland. Anyway, we've given them like 3 of the cities of their empire, and they still hate us. But yeah, so we're gonna, you know, continue to wage war here against Reichland. But ultimately, our goal here, and hopefully this episode, is to take Nuln, which is a dark fortress, which is of course going to mean that we're going to go to war with the very new For Thrones of Decay faction of Wissenland and Nuln. And Elspeth von Draken. Now, she's not terribly strong either. She's at war with Sylvania. It looks like she's probably not doing real great, so don't think she'll be able to stand in our way either, but we'll see how that goes. Meanwhile, tail end of the last episode, we took the Nemesis Crown. I kind of forgot about that. So, yeah, we've got this on our side. We're not too worried about the diplomatic relations. 4 battles to level up. I need to like start paying attention to this, I guess. So we can actually get stronger buffs going forward. The souls that we're get from battles are increased. That's nice. We've got this bombardment ability, so that's going to be fun. Weapon strength and missile strength. Missile strength does nothing for us, of course, but weapon strength is good for us. Passive ability, corruption of the crown. This is what I love right here. This is a permanent DPS 35-meter range. I love abilities like that, so hopefully that will continue. Yeah, sure looks like it will. Doesn't get stronger, but it will continue with the next level. Well, I don't see any reason why we would give this thing up before it reaches the next level. So really quickly here, going to take a look at whether or not we can upgrade any of our units. Yes, we can. We can do a warband upgrade of him. And we got plenty of money, so I don't really see why we wouldn't go ahead and do that. Boom. And you're quite a ways away from being able to level up to or upgrade to a knight. Okay, we could turn him into a Chaos Troll armored. Alternatively, we could turn him into Bile Trolls. 250 upkeep, 238 upkeep. Let's turn him into a Bile. I mean, our Nurgle authority is quite high, so thematically I think it makes sense to try to turn this into a Nurgle army as much as possible, which basically means we're going to have to get rid of these Chaos Warhounds and that Chaos Giant at some point. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I don't really... What's their leadership? Their leadership is 70. That's excellent. Okay. Which is actually one... You're kidding me. Their leadership is 71 right now. I'm used to trolls having much, much lower leadership than that, particularly on legendary difficulty. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and do this as well. Boom, 500. Okay, nice. Now, we've got our full movement here. We got a couple of options that we could do. We cannot reach Ubersreich here.
Absolutely.
Ubersreich has that nice garrison because of the tavern building here, the Red Moon Inn. And they've got an army there. That's Emperor Karl Franz. Now, just because they've got all that doesn't mean that I don't think that we could defeat them. But I don't really see any reason to get distracted when our goal, quite frankly, is this down here. So let's take a look down here. There does not appear to be an army inside Nuln right now. So I'm going to go ahead and take... You're only level 1. I want to get you back in the army. Let's go ahead and take you and move you close enough that we can see what's going on here in Nuln. I don't... there's this army right there.
Orders heeded.
Could we reach it? We could reach it. Would we want to attack here without... It's vanilla, so quite frankly, this is sort of why I use mods most of the time. It's really not all that difficult to attack. In fact, I've talked about it several times in this campaign. It's not all that hard to attack a walled city in vanilla. Not nearly as difficult as it ought to be. So that is certainly an option for us to do that. If I wanted to attack over here, that would be it for the turn. I wouldn't be able to do both. Well, we kind of have to prioritize the Dark Fortress, right? Kind of feels that way. Let's see who are... They're at war with Sylvania. Have we met Sylvania? We have. What would Sylvania give us to join the war against Vissenland and Nuln? They would give us 2,000. Okay, I'm not going to do it because I think I'm about to sneeze. Hang on. And no, that's not why I'm not going to do it. Okay, I guess I'm not going to sneeze after all. I'm not going to do it because your vassal doesn't go to war with you when you go to war by joining the war with somebody else. So instead, we're just going to do it the old-fashioned way. We're just going to go ahead and say, hey, Elspeth, guess what?
And futile.
We're declaring war on you. How do you like them apples? Okay. And she says, no, I don't like those apples very much, but tough. So we could auto-resolve it, not lose any units. Yeah, okay. Leadership, let's go ahead and give the leadership to... I'm kind of tempted to give it to the Chaos Warhounds because it seems like the Bile Troll's leadership should be good enough. But I'm just so instinctively used to trolls not having great leadership that I'm going to go ahead and give it to him anyway. Let's go ahead and continue the siege just long enough to get Harold into the army. Okay. You know what I'm not doing? I don't know why. I never changed my camera to cinematic. Allied factions, we want you to be on low. Enemy factions, we want you cinematic as well. And neutral factions, you can be on high. Okay, there we go. Alright. Oh, and you... I totally forgot. You're close enough to join us now as well. So, you have to be in March stance, it appears. That's fine. Let's go ahead and get you all the way up here. And anything else that we really need to do? I could convert these guys over, but there's no reason to. We have 0 Nurgle authority in that army right now. He's a Chaos Sorcerer, Lord of Death, so he's not really thematically. There's no need to make his army entirely Nurgle. Okay, I don't guess there's anything else that we need to do. We don't have... We've got a Power Stone here I could give to somebody. And a couple of Skulls of Catan, which... The skull of the late demonologist continues to... It's very funny that we have 2 skulls of the same dude. Somehow, did he have 2 heads? Okay, I don't like it because it causes damage to self. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to fuse those two. Got ourselves a scroll of Aramar, which is okay. I'm probably at least slightly more likely to use that. Let's go ahead and give the Power Stone. It's an arcane item. Can I give it to anybody? Nope. Everybody's already got one. Well, I could give it to you, but Scroll of Aramar is probably... No, I'm going to leave you with the Scroll of Shielding. Alright, well... Didn't really get a whole lot out of that. Now let's go ahead and attack. Should be a decisive victory now, but of course we're not going to auto-resolve it. These guys are going to come in. Let's take a look here. Is it going to be the same old capital walled city battle map? Nope, it's different. Okay. Well, I'm glad of that, because the Altdorf one is the worst. So easy to attack. Altdorf. This one it will at least be a little bit harder. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get all of our most, I should say, the least depleted units up here. You guys can all climb the wall first. You guys can all be behind them. I'm going to leave you out of the fight. You desperately need to recover. Then obviously we're going to put all of our single entities together. Let's have them hit this gate over here. Bile Trolls. We're going to send the Bile Trolls in to start on the walls. Do we have... Oh, I've got a Shatterstone. Never mind, I don't... Well, you know what I can do is I could Shatterstone over here somewhere. I know it destroys a gate. Does it also destroy a wall? Affects city walls and siege equipment. It might destroy a wall. I don't know. We're going to actually not use the Shatterstone. Nah, we will. We'll use the ladders over here on these guys because it's just, there's no reason not to. There's no punishment for using ladders. Okay, we're going to go ahead and then get you guys here. Back here. You can come through once this gate is open. But for starters, start battle. All you guys up that way. You guys all up the walls. And back to you. You're all moving, so that's good. Getting shot at. You need to put your healing on. We can go ahead and do the Shatterstone here. Alright, and now everybody in. And you guys are my 5s. You can come in now too. You're too slow. Oh, they got the mortar shooting at us. Gonna have to pay attention to that. Alright. You guys may as well get it. Yeah, get in on those handgunners. There's really no reason not to. Harold, you're slow. No reason for that right now. However, I like the idea of doing this right now. I think this should bounce, right? Indeed, okay. You can get in on them, and Festus, you get in on them. And Harold, you get in on them as well. Let's see if I can get you guys in on them. You just come on in. Okay, how are we doing over here? On the walls. Doing fine. We got another Shatterstone. Let's go ahead and Shatterstone this gate. And let's get all of you guys forward. Okay. Back up to you. Making short work of everybody up there. I'm going to go ahead and switch you over to Harbinger, to the Diva. This is interesting because the damage over time. Here, let's go ahead and do this. Will that bounce? It will indeed. Okay, very nice. And then... Well, never mind. They're moving. I don't want to do it while they're moving. Okay. You guys all come this way. You guys... Let's get you on those handgunners. Make sure they stay destroyed. Let's get you guys over here as well. Alright, back up here to 4. You guys are fighting various battles on the wall. You look like you're not fighting anything at all, so let's get you over there. You as well. You are fighting them. You can join fighting them. You fighting them. You're in the most trouble over there. Okay, you guys look like you're probably... I'm probably going to want to pull you out here. Okay, you've shattered everybody there. Let's go ahead and get you back out. And you, what are you doing? You guys can come in. Let's go ahead and get you 3 attacking over here. Alright, we got our reinforcements coming in. You guys just... You know what? Everybody just work your way into the middle right now. Let's get back up here. Okay, this giant has taken way too much damage. Let's go ahead and get a Fleshy Abundance cast on him. Okay, that's good. It's because of the... Okay. We need to get our fastest people on these handgunners. They're doing way too much damage to the giant. You... Let's get you up there. You're on foot. The Hammer of Harry. Oops. Didn't mean to click that, actually. That was kind of dumb of me. Alright, now we can do a bombardment here. Let's try it. Let's see what this does. This is my first experiment. How's it going to do? What's it going to do? Alright, they did kind of get out of the way. Probably did that fairly ineffectively. Okay, yeah, one of you get over here on them. And then now Festus, you and the giant can come over this way as well. Harold, I want you on the halberdiers. You can get buffed. You can take them on. In fact, you can... do some damage to them right there. Okay. Yeah, we want you two to not get bogged. Wait a minute, where's Harold? Okay, yeah, get him, Harold. Sick him. Okay, Festus, you can go ahead and do a nice old Stream of Corruption there. Pretty effective. We got enough for a Blight Boil as well, why not? That'll be really nice, okay. Alright, you are in bad shape. The rest of you guys should look like you're in pretty good shape. Are you breaking through this? Very, very slowly. Obviously not ideal. Let's get you outside. Okay, the rest of you guys, how are you doing? You're slowly working your way in, okay? Back over here. They're broken. Let's go ahead and get all you guys up on there. You guys... Okay, that I missed the Blight Boil. That would have been beautiful, probably. Okay, we got mortars now. Let's go ahead and get our fastest units up here now on the mortars. The Chaos Warhounds are going to have to come all the way from out there, but that's fine. Rest of you guys, break down that barricade. You guys... Okay, you can come in... this way. How are we doing here on this barricade right here? Very, very slow. Not great. How are we doing on this barricade? That's just about broken. There we go. Very nice. Okay. Are you still on healing? You are. That's fine. Let's go ahead and do another... What's the range here? 100 meters. We cannot quite reach there. Well, we should make pretty short work of these guys, I would think. Alright. We got, I guess at this point we might as well get you guys up there. I'm also going to go ahead and do a cast here of Stream of Corruption. That's not ideal. Let's get a Blight Boil on them. It's expensive, but they're stationary and hard to target otherwise. Okay, guys, get back. Get out of the Blight Boil. There we go. Nice. Very, very nice. Okay, let's go ahead and get you on that barricade. How you doing over here? You just stay there. That's fine. You recovered. You need to hide as well. I have no idea why you guys are climbing up ladders, considering that the gate is wide open. But there's CA pathfinding for you. Okay, all you guys get up here as well. All right, how we doing here? That one's down. Let's go ahead and get up to this control point. Let's get all of you guys up here as well. Back towards the middle. At least you guys are going in through the gate, so some of you are smart enough to go in through the gate, just not everyone for some reason. Yeah, you go ahead and get on those mortars. Let's see, is there any... I'm trying to find another good use for this. There's really not a good use for it. Get in on them. Get in on them. You can go ahead and use your buffs. You can go ahead and use your buff. Herald, you might as well. And you can go ahead and use your buff. Can't move those, so never mind. It's probably not really very important to do it. Okay, victory. There we go. Let's go ahead and end the battle. Okay, there we go. We took their capital. One unit got pretty damaged. Other than that, really not a big deal. Didn't really get all that much money out of it, or souls. Level 20. If you weren't already immortal, that would be a little bit more exciting. Let's go ahead and occupy it. We've got our third Dark Fortress. Very, very easy to do in vanilla. Okay, Winds of Magic. Power Reserve. We'll take it. Leadership, we'll take it. Regiment of Renown unlocked, we'll take it. Income from post-battle loot, that's good. Definitely take that. Okay. Got some ranks. Alright, let's go ahead. Before I forget, I want to make sure that you get this. I think that's going to be better than the Forbidden Rod. And the Zealot. Sure, why not? Okay. Alright, so Festus, you've got yourself a skill here. Let's go ahead, and this is not normally what I would take because I wouldn't normally prioritize it, but I'm going to in this case because it's thematic. So you can have... Looks like I'm stacking up Deadly Blade with you. I just want to make sure. And I could do Infernal Champion as well. But I tend to go melee attack over weapon strength. So now you can have... What's your trait? Your trait is Hideous Visage. We're going to work our way up towards Arcane Conduit with you. I just want to make sure they haven't changed our... Okay, no, I just want to make sure they haven't changed it since Thrones of Decay. Okay. And then we have... Okay, we got some interesting stuff with you, it looks like. So we got Primeval here, which is going to then lead into some things that I'm probably definitely going to want, so we'll take that. This is a passive ability, Chaos Armor. Yeah, take that. I'm always big on defenses. Your path to glory here, we need to kill Karl Franz. Oh! Okay, yeah. Kill a greater demon lord. Kill a legendary undead character. Okay. Well, we'll do our best to accomplish all of those. Now, this guy right here, there's nothing that we can do about him. He's in march stance already. So we'll just, all we can really do with him is leave him close enough that we know that we can defend. We can reinforce him in defense. Yeah, I'm going to leave that there. Okay. Now, Nuln is only level 2. That I was kind of hoping it would be 3. No, I guess never mind. I had already looked at it, didn't I? Okay, so we've got ourselves, not until level 4, but we got ourselves a nice Throne of Chaos there. That'll be very, very nice. We're going to obviously do the most important things right off the bat. We don't really care that much about control, so we're going to do get our favor and our growth and our defenses set up. Don't think there's much of a chance that they will attack us this turn. Certainly not with that army by itself, although they do have 4 characters in it. But they might have another army floating around here that we'll have to pay attention to. However, Festus is obviously extremely strong at this point, so I'm not too terribly worried about it. Let's go ahead and take a look up here. You know what I just realized? Okay. What we need to do... We need to get this built in all 3 locations. How's our control here? Our control here is not great, but it's not awful. This is giving a bonus. Okay, I'm actually gonna get rid of that for the moment. Oh, we could level this up if we had enough money to. All right, never mind. Never mind. We're gonna go back to. I do want to do it here, but it's not the priority. We want to do it in all 3 places at the same time. You, however, I am going to prioritize building this before I worry about growth, I think. No, before I worry about defenses. I still want the growth. I'll make sure that we stay close enough to help defend it. Alright, let's go back to our diplomacy situation here. Let's see how we're doing. They're both considerably weaker than we are, so that's fine. Hokeland really should be able to do better. He's got a bigger empire than either one of the two of them. He doesn't even want to do trade with us yet, so pretty worthless vassal. But yet, that is the mechanic that they gave us for Warriors of Chaos. So I kind of feel like I should use it. It's presumably thematic. Okay, and we have lots and lots of souls. Let me take a look here. This is the one that's giving us Shatterstone. This is the one that's allowing us to replenish in our own territory. Excuse me, in enemy territory. But what we need to do is we need to unlock some others. Okay, this doesn't... When I look at it like that, it doesn't tell me how many more souls I need to burn. Okay, so we could already do that one. We could already do that one. We're getting pretty close to being able to do this one. And that one would actually be quite nice as well. Plus 25% experience for Lords and Heroes. Yeah. Yeah, these are quite nice. Once I start worrying a little bit more about these units, then I'll take that one. The Soul Grinder would be pretty nice, but I don't really have a demonic army right now. I'm using mortals, and then the same thing applies to these others, except that so the Toad Dragon is not considered a demon. Obviously, the Great Unclean One is considered a demon. Okay, well, we'll get there soon enough. Actually, not soon enough for him. Alright, and then I want to take a look here at the regular Chaos Undivided. We still need quite a bit more for these. Okay, well, all in good time. We'll get there soon enough. The campaign's very, very far from over. Alright, and meanwhile we're just stocking up the souls. The thing is, we have now come as far south as we really need to. There are, to the best of my knowledge, no more dark fortresses in this general area. I think there's one, like, when you get up here closer to, like, I want to say, is it Prague? Might be one? I don't remember exactly, but, yeah, there's one up there in Kislev, I'm pretty sure. So that, we could move that way, but that's an awful lot of fighting just to get to one more dark fortress. So I think it probably is going to make more sense for us to head north, where there's a whole bunch of dark fortresses up that way. And quite frankly, we've already cleared a path. So for the most part, I think we're going to want to head north. But we have to stay down here close enough to be able to defend, because we're not wiping out the Empire, and we certainly can't rely on Hochland to do it. So we're going to have to leave a strong enough force down here to be able to consistently defend against the attacks by the other Imperials. So let's go ahead at this point. I think we've got a little bit more in the way of infections. We could do another plague. We could actually, I didn't even look at this, I could recruit in some more units. But I want to see what's available before I just start grabbing at more marauders. Yeah. Not anything special available right now. I'd kind of like to get some more single entity units or some aspiring champions, one or the other. In fact, I just now realized we could move the aspiring champions here into Festus's army. Would that be thematic? No.
We shall weave the fates.
No, I'm going to slowly be replacing Festus's units with single entities as much as possible. You know what would be good would be Beasts of Nurgle, maybe. Of course, that would be demonic. This guy is going to be focused more on the non-demonic infantry, so we'll have to start planning ahead for that. All right, and also, do you have? Okay, so you can devote to Nurgle at rank 5, which we're probably going to want to do. So let's get you some levels. All right, finally, at long last, I think we're ready to go ahead and do an intern. Okay, Reichland. Kind of hoping that Karl Franz comes closer to us, but it does not look like he did. Okay, Rudiger von Leibowitz, you're kind of hightailing it. Can't say I blame you. Heinrich Kemmler here. Wonder what he's up to these days. We were at war with him previously, but then we made peace. Looks like he's having some success, having taken Marienburg and Eilhart. Well, hello there. It's Durthu. We're not at war at Durthu, but we might be in a moment. Okay. Hochland actually did something productive. Although I'm not sure why he didn't capture it. Okay, so, oh, mission successful, very good. Talisman of Preservation, that's wonderful. Alright, don't care about the Pendant of Slanesh, pretty much the opposite of what we need for Festus. Okay, upgraded the Chaos, we've unlocked the upgrade to Chaos Chariots, and we get ourselves a unit experience gain. Okay, so we need to start getting some of the Marauder Horsemen into our armies, I think. Pendant of Slanesh, don't care. Mightiest Fortress, of course, we'll get there eventually. Let's take a look here at Durthu. Actually, before I forget, we really need to give Festus the Talisman of Preservation, which means that we can then give
before life.
Yeah, let's go ahead and give you the Dragonbane gem. Nobody. I'm not worried about giving anybody the Pendant of Slaanesh.
The plague god.
What about Herald?
Instrument.
No. Alright. They've got Glade Guard. They've got some Treekin and one Tree Man. And Durthu himself or herself. Durthu, I feel like Durthu is a dude, and Droika is a female tree. And they have a spell slinger of life. That army obviously does not scare me. Let's take a look here at the overall strength for them. Pretty strong. Stronger than we are. At war with Clan Angren, but they do hate us. It's only a matter of time before they will go to war with us. Kind of feel like we should take them out now while they're close and vulnerable. So you...
Now, you have my promise.
You can go into encampment stance. You got a little beat up when you took Grunberg and then decided not to keep it for some reason. Don't really quite understand that. Grunberg did get a plague. Speaking of plagues, maybe this would be a good time for us to... Actually, Festus already has one. Oh yeah, no, that's good. Actually, that's perfectly good. I'll keep that. And I don't... Unless we want to tag them with a plague, which I really don't. Don't think we need it. Let's just go ahead and declare war on Durthu. Now, here's the thing. Durthu... You're at war with Clan Angren, and that's it. So nobody's going to give us money to go to war with you. Well, then we're just going to go to war with you. Oops, not that. We're just going to declare war. The thing is, I'm not actually sure if I want Durthu to be at war with Hokeland. I feel like they're not beaten up yet, and they could very easily cause Hokeland a lot of mischief. So, I could demand a payment. Yeah, they're not going to agree to it. So, that would be one way to do it, I think, where our... I'm not sure if our vassal would... I know that if somebody demands a payment from you and you refuse to pay, I'm pretty sure, at least the way it used to work, was that the vassal does not join you. I'm not sure if it still works that way or not. Let's go ahead and upgrade you. You're a Chaos Warrior now as well. And yeah, this is the one where we are not getting credit for either one of these two quests, which is extremely frustrating. I try to use these quests right here as sort of a guide to try to stay thematic in many ways, and so it's very frustrating when they're broken. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Let's declare war. Alright, decisive victory. Let's take a look here at our map. They're probably going to want to fight. I feel like they get a bonus fighting in the woods, don't they? They have a fire weakness. I had forgotten about that. Yeah, woodsmen. They can pass through trees, but they don't get any actual fighting bonuses in the woods. Well, I don't think it's going to matter all that much. Alright, start deployment. Let's go ahead and get... let's get all of you guys, but not you, up front. You're my 4, and I'm going to put you in a control group, a locked control group. You all are my 1s, of course. Get you up front. You guys are my 5. Put you in the trees. We'll get you around behind on their missile units on their back line at some point later, and then let's just go ahead and get you guys as the reserves right now. You are on horseback, so your speed is 78. You could run forward and cast spells. So why don't you do that? You can actually do that much more effectively than Festus can. Alright, let's go ahead and speed up and see how they react here. They're not reacting much at all. Okay, you can do... The range of a Stream of Corruption is only 100. The range of the Blight Boil is 200. Could I get a nice Blight Boil off? Probably not. I have a feeling they would move away. Yeah, they would move away. I'm pretty much certain of it. Alright, let's try this. This is melee defense, so this will not help us with our missile defense, which is about to come into effect right here as they shoot at us. And let's pull back. Okay, that really didn't do a whole lot to them, did it? Okay, now our reinforcements have arrived. So let's get all of you guys. Now you are my 3. And we're going to get you all... Let's see. Let's get you all over here. And then lock you. You guys can be my... You can be my 2. And let's get you up here, like so. You can try this again. It's going to take them a little while to get over there. Let's speed things up. Okay, let's go ahead and do another Stream of Corruption here. This would be great if we could do this. Oh, they moved. Oh well. It happens. Okay, get back. Alright, let's slow it down. Now let's go ahead and get a 4s charging forward. And 3s, you guys are kind of more or less around on the flank. Now you can go ahead and do it as well. Let's go ahead and get our 2. You guys... Let's try to get you on Durthu. And 1, you as well. Now you're going to get bogged down along the way, of course. You, actually, I'm going to move you into the trees because you're already getting shot up pretty good. And my 5s, like I said, I want to get you guys around behind into their back line. If I see anybody starting to take a whole heck of a lot of damage, I need to get you forward. You should join the 1s. Okay, this is fine. You on them as well, that's fine. You... Let's see if we can get you around onto Durthu. Looks like we might be able to. This is nice. This is perfect, okay? You can come forward now. Let's go ahead and cast a Stream of Corruption here. Boom. You can go ahead and get on those Dryads and use your special ability here. Okay, how are we looking here? We got all bogged down. That's fine. That's going to happen. Oh, we have already got you guys scared. It's interesting. Okay, you guys keep pushing forward. Actually, get in on them. Let's go ahead and do... Let's do this. Switching over to the damage over time. You are doing great. Try to stay on Draika there. Okay, go ahead and get in on them. You are doing fine. Let's get another Stream of Corruption off like this, maybe. Boom. Okay, those guys are running away. That's fine. You, Mr. Giant, you get in on them as well. You can get in on them as well. You are doing fine. Let's go ahead and do a Rancid Visitations. Oops. Did not mean to cast it on you. Okay, we've got lots of running away happening down here. It's because of the terror being caused by that tree man. I don't really care all that much, to be honest with you. They're not destroying these units, they're just forcing them to run away. Okay, now you, let's get you around behind, get you actually on them. Except for you, you can just stay here. Okay, now, back... Oh, you fell way behind. Why? I had you continuing to chase those dryads, that's why. Actually, you chase them off the field if you could, and put yourself into skirmish mode. Okay, you need to hurry up and get in the fighting up here. On those treekin. You're fine. Let's get you on Draika as well. You're doing okay. Let's get you on Draika. Let's get you headed over this way. Let's go ahead and do a Spirit Leech on Draika. Festus, how you doing? I'm gonna go ahead and switch Festus back to the healing aura. You guys should be pretty much making short work of the Glade Guard, I would think. Let's get you guys going over here. Get you guys on them as well. Actually, one of you can go on them. Okay, how are we doing over here? You guys all need to get back into the fight. You guys are doing okay there. Actually, you're not doing real great, are you? Let's, okay, we killed the enemy lord, it looks like. Okay, guys, you can go ahead and come back this way now. Alright, you guys, everybody over this way. Everybody over here, get in on them. You get in on them as well. Everybody back here is moving forward again. You guys, what are you doing? Let's get you on... Actually, let's get you hitting somebody from behind. Nope, there's not really anything to hit from behind, is there? Okay, go ahead and help out on them as well. Okay, they're running away. You don't need to stay on them. All you guys come over here. We want to try to get rid of that hero next. Let's get you guys moving up here. The treekin is taking a tiny little bit of damage, but not much. Everybody just pile forward right now. Just little pockets of resistance here and there, it looks like. Okay, now we can go ahead and start doing things like... Does this only affect enemies? Can cause damage to friendly combatants, so that's not what we want, obviously. Let's go ahead and instead use a Rancid Visitations on you. And a Spirit Leech on you. You guys... Okay, they're all shattered there. You come over here. I think that's going to just about do it. There we go. Did we kill the hero? Nope. Yep. Those are just dryads. I don't see the enemy hero at this point. Okay. Festus, you've got your healing aura going. You. I think that's everybody that I care about. So let's just basically keep an eye here on you. Let's go ahead and speed things up. Get you healed up as much as possible. I guess it would help if we did a Fleshy Abundance on you. And you can cast a Fleshy Abundance on yourself. And the giant is... Where's the giant? Why are you not healing? Oh, you are. I just hadn't... I guess I was hovering over a different unit. Okay. Alright, and how are we doing on time? We got a little bit of time left. $12,620, I believe, is what his maximum is. There we go. Okay, in battle. Yep, killed both Durthu and the hero. All right, 5,000 favor, almost 600 souls. Pretty good. Okay. Let's go ahead and take the... Do I need another 100 infections? No, I'm going to take the 500 souls. Seems like quite a bounty. Okay. Got another Fear of Aramar there. Defeated Durthu enables flaming attacks when fighting against Wood Elves. Oh, that's interesting. Unlocks some Regiments of Renown. Got a student for Herald there, and the Chaos War Shrine for you. Okay, yeah, that's all fine. I'll keep those. All right. Yeah, got quite a few ranks here. I think we have enough time to go ahead and apply our skills and do one more end turn. Now, what I do want to do, I want to get you into Winds of Magic, getting some Winds of Magic. And quite frankly, maybe you as well. Or is it more... No, I think that's fine. You're both close enough now to be able to get...
You need a boon.
to be able to help defend Nuln if somebody were to try to attack it. I don't really care that it wouldn't be a battle inside the city. I really don't think anybody is strong enough nearby to attack the two armies together anyway. Let's go ahead and give you... Okay, we've already done his thematic line of skills right there. We have already given him all the way up to Arcane Conduit. I think at this point, it's time to maybe... I'm gonna give him the blue line, I think, actually. So let's do... None of these are great, are they? If this was not vanilla, then the additional attrition suffered by Defender when laying siege would be really, really nice, but it is vanilla, so it's actually fairly worthless. Increased experience gain when fighting against the forces of order. Well, we are fighting it. Let's do that. Plus the benefit to souls. We are fighting against Imperial factions quite regularly, so that seems like it would happen a lot. Okay, you've already got Deadly Blade now. Let's give you Infernal Champion. You now get Arcane Conduit, and you are now up to level 5. Which one do I want to give you? I think I'm going to give you... Again, if this wasn't vanilla, it would be very tempting to take the casualty replenishment rate. I'm going to give you the passive benefit here of Chaos Gladiator. Ooh, melee defense +6 for the entire army? Okay, that's pretty nice. Are any of the... None of these are relevant against the Empire. However, melee defense +6 for the entire army is extremely worthwhile. Okay. You guys are getting good replenishment. You got yourself 2 more levels. Let's go ahead and give you Spirit Leech and Life Leeching.
Let us corrupt.
These are our only 2 armies. Now we want to do this. Wait a minute, better make sure that I've got enough money to be able to afford that. That's #1 priority. What about here at Middenheim? You are still many turns away from being able to get to level 4. Okay, and then... I could go ahead and delete this since I still only have the single Marauder Horseman. Let me just see down here. Are there any nearby Marauder horsemen to recruit. There are not. Okay, I'm gonna purge this, demolish this building, and then here, right here, and here, and here, we're gonna build all three of these units. All three of these buildings, and then that is going to give us a capacity of 3 for Exalted Heroes. I will then recruit in a couple of Exalted Heroes and put them to Festus's army, because like I said, I want to get his army as much as possible into the single entities. Okay, but in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and do this, I think. Well, we're only getting 1,000 per turn, and I really need... No, never mind. I can't afford it, because I need... Just in case I'm not able to fight another battle or two next turn, I need to have enough money to be able to start building these. Okay. So, research available. Rite of Ascension. Warband upgrade for Chosen. 1,000 Twisted Blessings. Chaos spawns. Alright, I'm gonna go with Chaos. I'm gonna put the Chaos Warriors to Chosen for right now. You guys cannot be upgraded, right? Nope, okay. Alrighty, diplomacy time. Let me just really quickly check to make sure there's no enemy armies, since I just declared war on Durthu, okay? Diplomacy.
Whole world! Northman. Chaos. The Empire.
Okay. Let's go ahead and end our turn. We're really not doing great with infections. That's the one thing that I had heard other people report, and we're experiencing it in this campaign as well. It's a lot harder to get infections with Festus. Alright. He did something, I didn't see what it was. These guys are not doing a whole heck of a lot. What we need to do is we need to locate Karl Franz, because I would like to kill him with Herald so that he can get the Path of Glory. Alright, you fought one battle against a minor settlement, and now you're so beat up that you're running all the way back home. Well done. I'll have to look and see if there's any mods. Well, it wouldn't do any good for this campaign since this is vanilla, but I would like to know if there are mods that basically make the vassals a lot more worthwhile. Alright, gain allegiance with them. I don't really care about letting them flourish because they're worthless, so I'm going to take the favor from all buildings because we need the money. Gives us about an extra 500 per turn. Okay, there we go. Very good. I think that is going to be a good place to wrap up this episode and a launching point for the next episode. We could do a little bit more damage with Festus while he's down here. We might as well like clear up a little buffer area out so that we're not immediately threatened, and that would also give us a little bit more time here with Nuln. But we're probably going to end up leaving this other army down here to help defend Nuln as well, and then we're going to march Festus up to the north. But all that will have to wait until next time. That is all we have time for. In this one, we are 2 battles away from leveling our Nemesis crown. Alright, anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.